All right. I was proud of the guys. Proud of the way they fought on all three sides of the ball. This was a tremendous team victory. Shoot, you can pinpoint a lot of different things, but offensively, for the fifth straight game, we didn't turn the ball over. That's probably obviously number one. Defense came up with some big stops in some key situations. Obviously, after offense, well, we probably did turn it over now that I think about it twice. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff going through my head right now, trust me. But defense did step up. Boy, we did turn it over twice, didn't we? But the second one, they came up with a big stop, obviously, and then I thought they played pretty good. I thought they showed a lot of improvements and did some things to win the game. And then the one thing with special teams I thought was tremendous. Texas has got great special teams, and they play well on that side of the ball. And we challenged our kids to elevate our game, which we did, and really thought that that might have been the difference in the game, being able to hold our own in that area. So great team win. I can't say how proud I am for these guys to come in this environment, which is a strange environment for them. I've never seen this place like that. I don't know about how many of you guys, but it was loud. I've been here where it's not loud. It was loud. It was real loud. Those guys had a bunch of energy. And for us to be able to overcome that was something that was pretty cool. So just can't say enough about the team as far as a great team win. And we'll get back to work tomorrow. Questions?
Did you ever suspect that Bowie would have 200 yards running against this team?
Yeah, I did. I really did. Was hoping that would be the case, but averaged 6.7 yards a run. That's phenomenal. Carried it. What's surprising is him carrying it 31 times. That's surprising. We did commit to the run. That was something that we talked about earlier in the week. There weren't any tricks either. I mean, we lined up and we just ran it right at him, and we felt like that was going to be the difference. If we could do that, that was going to alleviate some of the pressure on Gino. Texas is tremendous on third down defense. I mean, they get in some stuff, and they can rush, and they got guys that can cover. So if we got in too many of those situations, we felt like it was going to be a long night. So proud of Bowie. He did take care of the football, which was great, and he was getting popped out there a little bit too. So. Can't say enough about the O-line as well. Those guys did a great job of digging their fingers in the ground and coming off the ball and doing a great job of creating some space.
Your offense has been in some situations very times throughout the season, but never one where you had to rely on them to take some time off the clock, push the chains down the field like they did at the end. Can you speak to the significance of that position they were in and what they did?
Oh, I think we've done a good job of that. When you're winning by a lot, you don't have to do it, but we had to do it a little bit against Maryland. We had to do it last week. We had to kill the last 3.5 minutes. So, Texas did kind of even out the time of possession thing, but first half that was probably a huge difference. I mean, we controlled the ball. We ran probably 20 more plays than they did. Which was good. But, yeah, I think we have the capabilities to be able to do that. It's a little easier when you got a guy like Sean that you trust and is seasoned. With our young backs, Bowie and Garrison, it was a little bit more problematic. But, no, did a great job of it.
Dana, on the last drive, it was second 11, and you guys had called a timeout after running play, and then Gino completes the pass over there on the side. First of all, that throw by Gino. Second of all, the side and the throw in that situation.
Well, we had to get first downs. I mean, we don't. That's our 4-minute offense. When we have to throw it and complete it, we got to throw it and complete it. Called timeout. We let the clock go all the way down to 1, and we called timeout. So we ate a lot of the clock off there. We knew they were going to bring that safety down and junk up the box, and if we just ran it into that, then we were going to punt pretty quick. So we knew we were going to have to throw it a couple of times to get the first downs in order to stay on the field. And our guys executed it. I mean, that's a routine throw and catch for those guys. They've been doing it for many, many years. Makes me look good, which in reality I didn't have anything to do with it. But we do trust them in that situation to be able to move the chains. And I can't tell you how many times as an opposing coach I've watched offenses go out there in their 4-minute offense and they run it 3 times and punt, and then we go win the game. So we wanted to either score or run the clock all the way out, and we weren't going to be satisfied with 3 runs and a punt.
Routine throw and catch. That's a sideline sideline throw. I mean, he wasn't on that, you know, it was from one hash mark to the other, and their best defensive guy is covering big.
Well, I feel like our guys are pretty good too, so we trusted them in that situation to make it work, and they did.
After the second fumble and Texas recovered in your half of the field, you talk about that defensive stop and forcing the missed field goal.
Oh yeah. I just made reference to it a minute ago. You know, it boils down to them being able to be really good at rushing the passer. I think everybody in this room will agree with what Texas does absolutely as good as anybody in the country, is rush the passer and create havoc in the backfield. So we got caught a couple of times, and Gino didn't do a very good job of hanging onto the ball. If he would have got that ball off a half a second quicker or a tenth of a second quicker, it probably would have been an 80-yard touchdown pass to Stedman, because we had what we wanted, man coverage, we rubbed it, and it was going to score. And they got there. So give them credit, they got there and they forced a turnover.
But after Texas recovered, your defense was able to hold.
It's a difference in the game. I mean, if they go score right there, then we're looking at a 4-point, possibly a 4-point loss. And they did a great job. Forced and they missed the kick, but we did a good job of pressuring it. And to hold in that situation right there is you know, the defense's part in helping us win the game. We won that game on all three sides of the ball.
Danny, you said you committed to the run to slow down the pass rush, but did you also see some things where you be successful running?
Well, yeah, we see some things each week. Doesn't mean we execute it the right way. Can't say enough about Gino and his ability to be able to get us into the right plays in the run. We'll call it run, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to snap and run it. He may flip something based on what they're doing. He did that a good bit. Guys up front did a phenomenal job at blocking, and then Bowie ran pretty hard. Don't forget Cody Clay either. He played a lot again for the second week in a row in a position that he's only been playing for 2 weeks and did a great job.
I know they got the sack for the fumble there
Mm-hmm.
in the second half, but it seemed like as opposed to the first half, the pass protection was a little bit better. Did you feel that way? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it is. We tried a lot of play action stuff to try to get them to stop their feet. If we would have just drop back pass after drop back pass, they would have had 12 sacks, maybe 20, and because they're really good at it. So we just felt like it was going to be in the best interest of our football team to commit to the run, come off the ball. We challenged them all week about being physical and promised them if they would that we were going to commit to it and keep handing it off, and these guys did a great job of executing it.
Danny, do you think that this changes the perception of your team any? I think up until this point, a lot of people outside just look and see, they score, they throw the ball, and that's it. And then you come in here, make some defensive stops, play some good special teams, and run the ball against Texas, in Texas. Do you think that it kind of elevates what you're doing here?
Well, you know me pretty well. Don't really care what people think, to be honest with you. I care about what our players think and what our coaches think, and you know, we're gonna coach hard, and we're gonna come up with the game plan, and we're gonna try hard to go out there and execute it. What the outside looking in thinks about it doesn't affect what we do.
Let me ask it this way then. Do you feel better about your team after seeing what they were able to do here?
I feel better about our team because they came in and they overcome a bunch of adversity, and they won in a hostile environment on the road. That's pretty good. That's enough for me to be excited about.
do you think your guys started the fourth quarter, they were playing that jump around song, and their fans were jumping up and down. Your guys are doing the same thing. Do you think like you guys really kind of embraced the atmosphere in the moment and said, hey, let's just go play?
Yeah, I don't think I said this earlier, our guys don't care. They just like to go play. They're not going to be intimidated by 100 and some thousand people in a storied program. And with all due respect to Texas, it's a phenomenal program. Coach Brown's a phenomenal coach. Their players are good and they play hard. Our guys don't care. We worry about ourselves and what we got to do to get better.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Got it. Thank you, guys.